there's a elephant trunk tornado behind it.
Okay, so what you're looking at here is a live view from Storm Chaser Brad Arnold's feed. Guys, what you see there, that tornado, is not the big nasty tornado that's doing significant damage. It's a satellite tornado. It's an additional tornado that's formed off of the vorticity that's kind of, occurred as a result of this storm, and that could definitely surprise some people that are chasing. And obviously residents in the area as well. You think the storm's over. Now we've got another situation where there's a really interesting looking tornado on the backside of the storm. But I want to go back to this view, okay? Because if you are unaware, what we're looking at here is the debris. And this is one of the bigger debris signatures as far as like size goes that I've seen. But the dark blues there indicate dense areas of stuff in the air that shouldn't be there.
I have a view of the tornado again.
That's Nick Gorman, Allie. If you're watching him, he says he's got a decent view of it. We've got debris here inside of the tornado being lofted up to 20-something thousand feet in the air. And basically the radar scans the atmosphere and it sees a bunch of raindrops. And it's like, okay, those are all the same size. We're going to paint them this red color, right? But, oh, wait, actually in this one spot, there's tree limbs, there's leaves, there's, this, there's that, there's shingles maybe from a house. That's a different size. It doesn't correlate. So the software drops the correlation coefficient and we get this big blue dot. And that is a very good sign that we've got a strong tornado lofting honestly, with this signature, maybe copious amounts of debris into the air as a result of it being so strong. And then additionally, not only do we have the one big tornado, we've got this satellite, this extra tornado that formed on the outside of the main circulation here that's also probably doing damage on its own. It's still there. That is not the main tornado. That's the baby tornado. That's an extra tornado on the outside of the main circulation. Unbelievable. The main tornado, the big troublemaker here that's moving past Carl, Iowa now, is Rainwrapped, so we can't see it. We see its tentacles, essentially, as we see some of these satellite tornadoes kind of emerge from the rain here, which is unbelievable. This is a dire situation for Nevinville, Iowa. Nevinville, Williamson, Gilead, Iowa. You guys are next in line for this incredibly dangerous situation that's unfolding here. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable what's happening here, y'all. We really need to talk about areas a little bit farther downstream as well. Fisk, Iowa, Greenfield, Iowa. You guys should be getting into your safe spots now if you haven't already. You've got time, especially in Greenfield. You've got time to put on those shoes, closed-toed shoes, clothes that you wouldn't care to get wet in a rainstorm. You've got time to bring a charged phone or a tablet into your safe spot. You want to put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible if you can't get underground. And you want to bring me with you. We're going to get through this together. I'll let you know as soon as this passes. Hopefully it goes by you. It's not a big deal, but it very well could. This kind of tornado could absolutely destroy a well-built home, okay? So you've got to do everything you can to, protect your life and property here.
A new tornado warning
as the storm continues to move up to the north and east. And now, unfortunately, our other storm that we've been watching down here near Prescott, we've got a big area of rotation forming here between Prescott and Stringtown. This is now prompting a new tornado warning for Prescott, Stringtown, Cromwell, Iowa, Creston, all the way up there towards Macksburg, Iowa. You guys are under a tornado warning right now. And that if that tornado is not already on the ground, it's going to be soon. But this big one, this giant tornado that's still going on up here near Williamson is causing damage now. What was that, Allie? Okay. You might want to tell him that. I think that's a connection. I think that's the camera. That's not an internet thing. So somebody needs to tell Caleb that we need to. Okay. All right. So Caleb's got something. There's maybe another tornado situation with the storm that's a little bit closer to Bayard, Iowa. So we're watching that one extremely closely as well. And Allie, Bryce Shelton is still the closest. Just to give you some names here of people to watch out for. Bryce, Stormrunner Media, if we can find him. Riley, Max Archer, John White. These people are going to have a view of that southern one here soon. Look at stream text. Okay, if you're just now tuning in, we've got a tornado outbreak going on, and we do have an update from Elijah. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey, Ryan. So the Storm Prediction Center just put out a new mesoscale discussion highlighting this area basically from Atlantic all the way south into pretty much all the storms in Iowa south of Atlantic for a localized corridor of favorable for strong tornadoes. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Elijah. So yeah, we've got storm chasers on the ground trying to give us a visual of these things. But I think our biggest tool right now that's really helping us is the radar, especially with our two most concerning storms right now, which are in southwest Iowa. We've got to look at the storm that's going through Gilead right now. I'm not sure exactly how to say that. This is a damaging tornado that's going to continue. If it continues on the path that it's on right now, I do think that this is probably going to go between Fisk and Fontanelle, okay, Iowa. So you guys have got to get ready for, honestly, probably the biggest tornado that we are dealing with right now. I mean, my goodness, the debris signature on that is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So you guys have got to get to shelter. And I do think that I would be very surprised if, the storm back here near Prescott isn't producing a tornado as well. So we're going to hear about that soon as it moves up towards Cromwell. Okay, Allie, you can put him back on. You can put him back on whenever you feel it necessary. Okay. All right. So yeah, we've got a tornado down here moving up towards Fisk. I do want to show you, once again, I want to zoom out and show you what's going on here. A lot of people are probably tuning in from Missouri. Big time severe weather situation, big severe storm for the I-35 corridor between Kansas City and Bethany. However, as of right now, no tornado situation with any of that at this moment. That's why we're not talking about you yet, but we will get to you. Right now, we've got people's lives in danger down here in southwest Iowa as we've got this giant tornado continuing to do damage over here near Fisk. We currently have a huge tornado on the ground, moving across the road here, highway, what is this, 301 or G61, tornado moving across the road here, west of Orient, moving in the general direction of 290th Street. And eventually, unfortunately, the area between Fontanelle and Greenfield, specifically Nottoway Park Campground, the Greenfield Country Club, and Nottoway Lake City Park. If any of those places are familiar to you,
a new
if
PDS
you know where
severe
those
thunderstorm warning has been
you
issued.
are if you're in that area, you're in the path of an extremely damaging tornado that is doing seriously significant damage here as it comes up towards Greenfield. This is one of the more impressive correlation coefficient signatures that I've seen. Here's a picture of it. Here's a picture of it from Justin Daniels. Justin Daniels just sent this in. That is a big one. That's a huge tornado here, still on the ground, coming up towards Greenfield and Fontanelle, Iowa right now. Unbelievable.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We've got reports of wind turbines being taken down and catching on fire in this tornado. Yeah, this thing's huge. This thing's huge. I'm retweeting as much as I can. Holy smokes. There's a lot of media out here around this one. Some of it I can't share because we want to make sure we protect the copyright of our storm chasers. Allie, Ryan Scholl, if you're not watching Ryan Scholl, we got to get him up. I think he was in it. I think he was right next to it. But